It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Light Forex Social Trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.
Okay guys, I'm sorry, it looks like something went wrong on my side, and to be honest with you, I have no idea what the heck has happened. So sorry about that. Anyway, good that we are back before the US Open. Not great behavior here on dollar yen, but we should try to hold. That was the latest fall. So we should try to hold this zone. Not great behavior here on dollar yen. Ahead of the US Open and ahead of the US data. So just a reminder, we are going to watch Nasdaq because of yesterday price action. We'll see what might happen, what will happen. I was trying to make the whole view during our morning meeting, and I've mentioned that it might be another attempt. So overall, what we might see eventually, two upper shadows. So for sure we are going to watch Nasdaq during this US Cash Open. But I'm really surprised what is going on with dollar yen here. So we should definitely hold this 1185. And if that's going to happen, I may try to ride with them a little bit higher. So pound is bouncing, and it's already 30.15. It's helping a bit. Of course, dollar yen is not helping right now, but it looks better here. Maybe one more move to the downside in case of dollar yen. It might be something like this. We'll see. So even euro is bouncing. That's what we discussed on a smaller time frame, taking into consideration the what was the biggest correction. We have this possible supply over here. We'll see. Again, I wouldn't bet against the dollar ahead of the data. And yes, they're trying to hold. The zone. Okay, I will try to take it. Let's have a look what's going to happen. And I've got 7 pips stop, 7.5. 6.6 plus commission, 7.5. What I'm targeting, at least the top over here. So it's like 22 with 7 pips stop, so it's 3R. And there you go. That's what I've been talking about this morning. That's what I've been talking about this morning. Mer, I'm doing the test right now, so the account is available, but I wouldn't suggest to just one clear explanation. It's not the one we see here. All right, it's not the one we are using for our meetings. The one is which is gonna to work on social trading platform is a little bit different. I'm doing the test. I'm preparing the test for the account to be ready. Once it's ready, fully ready, I will put the link. I put the link already. I can 1 second. Actually, I can put the link, but please do not join yet. It's testing period right now. There are gonna be two. Aggressive one, which is tested right now, and the conservative one, which is gonna be visible soon. Nothing extraordinary on the, just to be perfectly clear, it's visible, but I would wait as to be on a safe side. And there is a possibility inside this social platform to be in touch. So really, before you decide to join, please talk to me first. I'm not always there, but all right, trying to close the gap. All right, so what's the risk for dollar yen? What's the risk for dollar yen? Weak data, right? But we've got behind very good US data. And that's the 7 pips, 7.5 pip risk right now. And if we are going to get good US data, it might not be just another stop count. It might be breakout to the upside. So we'll see. I don't know if it's gonna be stop out. It's gonna be stop out. That's clear, like, you know. But if it's gonna be better, then it might not be only the stop count. It might be a little bit higher, and that's what we discussed yesterday. That if we're going to see daily close above 2040, we might expose 1450, 15. And I've been trying to explain that with this 10 days holiday period in Japan, well, everything may happen. If not, it's okay. but that's gonna be 7.5 pips only. Of course, it's important to understand risk taking, but that's what I'm gonna to prepare separately. So we hit this supply over here intraday. And now things should be much more interesting. So for sure we stopped sellers during the pre-market session. For sure we stopped sellers during the pre-market session. And right now, again, that's what we discussed today. It might be that we will end up with two upper shadows. But yeah, we need to see daily close here. What's going to happen here? It would be great to see dollar yen above weekly open, blue dotted line, ahead of the data. So I might reduce stop even more towards, I don't know, 5.5 pips. We'll see. But I want to see move above weekly open. $12.25, 2 billion. So now yeah, let's have a look. It might be under pressure. 2 billion at 25. If the data is good, that's wanna be something that's going to be very interesting to watch the action there. Anyway, the data is right after we will go for a break. Of course, we do have a stop, and I'm gonna to watch the dollar yen. So in case if there is a move in our favor, it's gonna be visible if I'm gonna do something. If not, it's a very tight stop. And one more time, what's behind the move, right? Why I decided to trade that one, okay? Because of this move to the downside over here, right? So we created some kind of the supply, right? Raise, base, drop. But because of the very good data, we took out this level. So if there was a supply over here, right, and market fall down and move above, right, so means that at that point the demand was much bigger than the supply. Thank you, Mer, for the information. Thank you in regards to euro option. So it's a chance then once we are going to get back into that previous supply, now possible demand, we should see some kind of the action reaction. So yeah, we'll see. Doesn't look great right now. No, if they are gonna to hit the stop after the data, that's okay. But if they are gonna to hit the stop before the data and the data will be good, they will sky high. So I'm gonna be a little bit, you know, disappointed. Softly saying. Anyway, it's time to have another break. The last one. So bar is open, coffee, tea, non-alcoholic drinks yet. Enjoy the break. I'll be back around the top of the hour.
It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Light Forex Social Trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. How it looks right now? So my fault. So we have to understand that next 3 days, I mean today evening, Friday, Monday, there are only US guys on the market. So again, because there was no voice. Again, we may try to hold up till the Europe close today on Nasdaq, on DJ. We may try to hold up here We may try to hold up here just to push Europe into the close higher today, right? DAX, CAC 40, everything to push higher in Europe. Then at the end of the day, we might see bigger sell-off in US. We might see sell-off tomorrow US. Europe will not react. Market is closed. Monday we may see lower levels in US. Europe cannot react. And then Tuesday we might see this huge Europe gap down. So all those CNBC, Bloomberg guys will have to talk about, right? Oh, big gap down. Wow. Titanic is going down. So I'm very, very curious where we are going to be within the next 1.5 hours. So that's how it might end up, right? Anyway, we got weak PMI, I mean services especially. We still, US PMI services was much weaker than market expectations, but still it's well above 50. So the Germans would love to have something like this, right? To be above 50. Services, they are above 50. German services stronger. I'm sorry, my mistake. So I think that because trying to summarize FX, so on stocks, important is gonna be where we are on a daily close. Now, euro dollar. Weekly chart. Again, I'm not gonna be surprised if we are gonna to see stop count below last week low. I'm not gonna be surprised. Then important thing will be what's going to be last tick tomorrow, how we are gonna to looks like on the weekly chart. Because there is a, within this swing low, there is a 6 pips difference, right? That's what we've checked before. So yeah, it might happen that we are going to retest that low. We broke this amount on the daily. So taking into the consideration 10th of April low, 12.29, we might try to hit that stops. Intraday, we do have a supply based on size of the correction here. If that's going to happen, we have something around 12.55, 12.60. That's also supply over here. Riley, base, drop. We are going back to the supply. We should react. Okay. Eventually, if that's gonna be broken, we can take into the consideration this range, broke to the downside, great stuff, to the peep. So we may try to break to the upside. So we may retest 75, right? So either 55.60 or 75.80. But I think if we want to see lower low, it should be good to start to see sell-off around 55.60. Looks like 11, maybe 110 as early as next week. Why not? When I'm going to change my short-term view, if we are going to back above 13, if that was the previous consolidation, break to the downside, to the pip with stops, we might see bounce here. So I would like to see move back above 13 to change short-term view. Right? Pound trying to hold 30.2970. That's good sign. We got good UK data, retail sales, but still Brexit looms, right? So I would be very careful here. But anyway, positive sign. We are staying above 130, 129.70, right? It might happen that if we are gonna to see the guys trying to push euro lower, right, we might see lower pound as well. And after the breakdown, we are retesting. We'll see if there is a continuation. But if I'm gonna to see on a smaller time frame, after another attempt to break lower, let's say if I'm going to see price below today's low, right? If I'm going to see the stop count below the low from the 5th of April, maybe here as well, and final here with the strong rejection, right? Around 29.50. I might think about some longs, but if the day will close below 29.70, that's gonna be not good for the pound bulls. So watching carefully. If we are not gonna go that low, then move back above daily open may change short-term situation. We are gonna to have a long lower shadow within the logical place. We might see some price action to the upside then, right? Like trying to get back to weekly open, for example. Blue dotted line, 30.80, and trying to retest this supply above. Dollar yen, unfortunately I don't know right now. In Europe, it's tomorrow and Monday, so Europe is back on Tuesday. And we do have a meeting on Tuesday. April 23rd at 8 a.m. is our next meeting. We are going to cover London Open. Dollar yen, mostly it's going to depend on what's going to happen here. So the second part of the US session, when the Europe is closed, is gonna be key for the dollar yen. CET is a GMT +2 right now. Let me check quickly, but probably yeah. No, Central Europe time is 1 hour ahead of the Greenwich Mean Time right now. Wait. No, 2. You're right. London +1. So in regards to dollar yen, probably second part of the US session is gonna be key. A little bit softer Aussie dollar. So that we are gonna see a little bit higher levels based on weekly. So what we have here is a 2 move to the upside, 2 move to the downside, but still above this initial move to the upside over here. So that's possible demand over here, which has been tested. Some stops are cleaned, right? There is more demand in case of stop hunting. The thing is that we are trying to break the trend line here. And looks like hour ago it was the retest only, and we might see eventually lower levels. Of course, CAD and oil as well, worth to watch. In case of Canadian dollar, I think that this 34.03 is going to be clean up, and 34.18, 35, 34.18, 34.35 is gonna be tested. It's where the supply resides, in my opinion. Oh, come on, euro. Why didn't they test this 57? Crap. So if I'm going to watch dollar yen into the close, is worth to watch EURUSD I'm going to look to sell around 26.20. It's worth to watch CAD yen. That's what we've seen yesterday. I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to see some kind of the retest, maybe 84.20. There is also supply a little bit lower with this move to the upside yesterday. And Aussie yen as well. So either we are gonna to hit 81.20 or this move to the upside, last week breakout and this week false break. So I'm going to watch price under 80, right? Price action under 80 and weekly close, where we are gonna to be at the end of the week. So risk is off here. But guys, be careful. Again, be very careful. After the Europe close, again, today, tomorrow, Monday, only guys in US are going to trade. So possible very low liquidity, bigger manipulation. And because of the low liquidity and manipulation, actually we might see higher volatility. That would be great. That's it this week from me, guys. Big thank you for your time. We are going back after the Easter break, meaning next meeting again Tuesday 8 a.m. CET. Pre-London Open, we are going to cover it live here on Global Light Forex YouTube channel. Wish you, I would say, if I'm going to call it long weekend, that's gonna be okay. So I wish you have a great long weekend. Let's recharge our batteries. And let's have a great next week. So see you again on Tuesday. Thank you, Mer. Thank you very much. But it's a challenge for me to talk and trade. But no worries, it's okay. If I wouldn't like to do that, I wouldn't do that. All the best, guys. Thank you very much. Have a great one. See you again on Tuesday. Happy holiday season, happy long weekend.